nice foggy day for a hike. I am headed to the highest point in Dauphin County, and this is called Big Lick Mountain. But we're right on the Schuylkill-Dauphin boundary. In fact, my truck is parked behind me just a few hundred yards in Schuylkill County, and we're probably in Dauphin County right about now. And this is all game lands. I forget which number, but Pennsylvania game lands, with the exception of, if I'm quiet and you listen, you can hear some equipment running. There's an anthracite coal mine up on the hill, owned by the Koperna family, and so there is some private property overlap here as well. And I reached out to the family just to let them know I was going to be hiking today, and they were as polite as could be and gave me permission to hike around where I'm headed, which is to the west of their mine today. But for safety reasons too, just wanted to give them a heads up I was going to be in the vicinity. And as much as I want to go up to the mine and see what's going on, that's the old anthracite coal miner in me just dying to see what's up. I want to respect their private property, and it's not a tourist destination. It's where they make a livelihood, and they don't need knuckleheads like me showing up with a camera wanting to be entertained. It's not Knoebels, right? So let's keep the focus on the woods here today, and certainly anthracite mining is part of the story, and I think we'll delve into that a little deeper when we get up here. What I'm expecting here is about a 1 mile hike on a level grade here, and then I've got a very steep climb, several hundred feet to the top of the mountain, and I'll pick back up when we get ready for that climb. I think that could be kind of exciting going up. Just some awesome bedrock outcroppings as I go up the side of the mountain here. But this mountain is the edge of a syncline. So synclines are like a giant fold like that, as opposed to an anticline, which is when a mountain folds up and over. So the edge of this fold is right here, and you can see the angle of the rocks. And I know in the coal mine right up the valley, they're at about a 15-degree pitch. I'd say here it looks to be a little bit more like 20 to 25 degree pitch, but see that angle? So these rocks go down under the mountain and come back up the other side. And it might seem a little strange that the top of the mountain is that way. You might be thinking, well, if it's a fold, wouldn't that be the belly and that'd be a valley? But you have to factor in millions of years of erosion. So the highest point is indeed up here on probably the edge. All right, I hope I'm not confusing you, but this is gonna be a pretty steep climb now. All right, let's see what this marker says. I think we found the spot. There it is. 1,771 feet above sea level. Highest point in Dauphin County. Oh, cool, there's a visitor log on the bottom. You can see people's names. And I didn't bring anything to sign it. But foggy day, but check it out. I mean, we are on the top of, it feels like a bowl turned upside down. It's dropping off that way, that's the way I came. Real steep over that way, and it's dropping off that way. So now we got to pick a tree. There's not a whole lot of big timber up here. Possible oak there. I'm not sure what I'm looking at through the fog there. It could be a black gum. We'll go get a closer look. All right, I really like that tie-in point. It's gonna be a windy day, so I'm gonna get a heck of a ride when I get up there. tree stand to my right. I just want to make sure I'm higher than that. I don't want to be in second place for the highest climb in Dauphin County. Looking down on the tree stand. It's a shame it's foggy, but it's also beautiful that it's foggy, because you can really see it dropping off over here. And what we should have out to our north is a big valley and pretty much a twin ridge on the other side that, if I'm not mistaken, is Northumberland County. It's the second day of flintlock hunting season and late archery, so I wore my orange today. Didn't wear it up the tree because shouldn't be too many deer climbing trees. Two days after Christmas, 2023. We're at the highest point in Dauphin County. This is called Big Lick Mountain, and it's one of the few climbs where the actual high point is marked. I can't see it through the fog, but like right over here, look, there it is. There's a little sign somebody put up that says highest point in Dauphin County. I don't find that at every high point, but I like that it was here. Dauphin County is, of course, home to Harrisburg, the capital of Pennsylvania. So, and really not a far drive for me at all today from Danville. It's barely an hour because it comes so far north. I parked in Schuylkill County and at the Koperna coal mine, and walked into Dauphin County. And if it was a clear day, we'd be seeing Northumberland County over there. Climbed a red oak today. Got some black gum next to me. Good amount of birch and cherry up here too. Some sassafras on my hike up too. Some red maple there. Nice windy day to be up in the treetops. So what I'm thinking about today is the connection of coal mining to forestry. You know, we don't typically think of like coal as a forest product, and it, on one hand it is, and on one hand it isn't. Coal is ancient trees. That's what coal is. Coal is not dinosaurs. Coal is trees that lived hundreds of millions of years ago. And all that wood got buried before it had a chance to decompose, and that's what became our coal seams. So from one point of view, it's absolutely a wood product. It's just a couple million-year-old wood product. But now fast forward to modern times, and here we have a mining company up here on the mountain. They're the only other people I'm sharing the mountain with today, except for probably some hunters. So here they are in the forest, making a living, providing for their families. And so I still think, although not traditionally seen as a forest product, certainly not a wood product, it's certainly a connection to the story of forestry. You can't talk Pennsylvania forests and not talk about both the legacy of coal mining and also modern coal mining. So this is one of the last deep mines in operation in the anthracite fields. And you have several families there whose their food and the roof over their head is provided for by that coal mine. So I think this was good for me today, just to have a reminder of the connection of coal to our forests. It's been 22 years since I worked as a coal miner. I was a coal miner not far to the east in Good Spring. In fact, it's pretty much the same mountain now I think about it. And my last year working underground was the year 2001. So I'm gonna be thinking about that all week, the connection of coal to forestry. You can't just talk trees when you're talking forestry. It's a lot deeper. There's a lot more going on. If you're gonna be a forester, you're gonna be part wildlife biologist, part geologist, part historian. Wouldn't be bad if you played banjo too. It's always helped me out. All right, I don't love descending with wet ropes on a wet day. Keep the camera running. You might get a funny show here. Makes the rope kind of unpredictable. Predictably unpredictable. Real jerky. I don't recall if I were using a Blake's hitch, if that would slip the same way. I love these zigzags. These things are awesome, but I will admit in the rain, they do this kind of jerky slipping on the way down. I don't love. I mean, they still hold. It'll hold me no matter how wet it is, but when I release tension, it's kind of jerky. Back on the ground. Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, December 27th, 2023. And if I have enough daylight, we're going to try and bang out Lebanon County today. About 12 miles that way.